What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Hope everybody's having a fabulous day. Is Bitcoin's rally going to continue? We're going to talk about that and some areas to watch. Also, I want to remind you guys, there's a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's totally free. Also, we're doing a t-shirt giveaway on Sunday. We're picking a random comment from a random video throughout the week. So all you have to do to enter to win is make sure you smash the likes, you're subscribed to the channel, and leave your comment in the comment section down below. That gets you entered to win. Let's get on with the video. Alright guys, as always, it's not financial advice, not intended as trading advice or any of that. The disclaimer is scrolling on the bottom. Check it out. Alright, we're going to look at blockchain whispers and look at where we're at on longs and shorts. And Bitfinex is at 85% long still. The shorts are at 14%. BitMEX now has 52% longs and 48% shorts. Binance now is 35% long, 66% or 65% shorts. And the total is 64% longs, 36% shorts from these three exchanges. Keep in mind there's other exchanges. We're going to take a look at some stuff. Also want to take a look at gold real quick today. So it'll be a little bit different than normal. But we're going to take a look at everything. And like I said, the free t-shirt contest. Don't forget to leave your comment down below. This is my wife's webpage. There is a link to that below too, inkyourimage.com. She can put any of this stuff on t-shirts. This is where you would pick the free t-shirt. There's some aluminum signs. She also does glass stuff, hoodies, a whole bunch of other stuff. Definitely check it out. It's another way to help support the channel. And all right, another thing I want to talk about is Google Trends. Everybody puts Bitcoin on there, or they put BTC or buy Bitcoin, and it shows really low. Somebody in yesterday's chat, if you were in there, it was a great chat. We had a nice move that we followed, and some people made some money off of it. But let's look at if you type in BTC and Bitcoin in the search term, we are much higher, much higher than people are showing in the other. And this is worldwide too. So it's showing from December 8th to December 14th at 82. And I know, I think we're in the 20s if you just look at Bitcoin or buy Bitcoin. But yeah, it's looking a whole lot better this way than the others. So keep that in mind when you see all the people fudding about there's no searching for Bitcoin going on. There's more ways to search for it, and check for it on Google Trends. Shout out to whoever that was in yesterday's video that said that. All right, before we begin with Bitcoin, take a look at gold real quick and just what I'm watching here. Gold looks like it's ready to make a move. And I have a measured move here. If we break up out of this, gold would have to break about 1485. And if that breaks, I believe the next stop would be 1533. And the measured move off of this falling wedge would be about 1570. Now keep in mind, if it does not break up and out here, I would be looking for a retest of the bottom of this wedge about 1425. So just keep that in mind. I just thought I'd throw what I'm looking at in gold there today. Now let's look at the long-term trend that we've been watching on Bitcoin. As you can see, yesterday we dipped below this line that we've been getting support from all the way from back here in 2015. And we dipped below. Now we are back above it. Could have been a bear trap, guys. This rally could continue. We still have lower lows that we're looking at, and we'll talk about that. But I do want you to notice that it is possible that we could continue this rally up if we break above that 7,800 area or somewhere in that area. Now let's look at the monthly. Monthly, as you know, we've been watching. We were trapped in between the 21 and the 13 EMA. We dropped way below it yesterday. Popped right back up. We are above the 21 on the monthly again. That could be a good sign as long as we don't close this month below it. And right now that sits at about 7,085 area. So let's look at the weekly now. Looking at the weekly, we'll look at the RSI too in a minute. But I got bearish when we seen this 8 EMA cross the 21. We are getting a nice push up. Although I do see us going down a little bit more today and a possible bounce up from there, but we'll talk about that. I do want to point out also that we are still having declining volume. while within this descending wedge. Definitely keep an eye on that, guys. Obviously, if we came down today or this week, the low to touch the bottom of this trend could be all the way down to the 6100 area. The 200 EMA on the weekly still lies around $4,950. So keep that in mind. Also, let's look at the RSI. The RSI, I have the wedge in here. Let me zoom in so you can see the yellow line I have in here too. We were watching this as a falling wedge we popped out of, came back down, tested for support, got support. And as you know, we've been watching this red support line all the way across, where we got back here in August 2007 or 2015. We got support off of it after the big capitulation, and we popped up above it just like here. Capitulation, popped up above it, came back down, tested for support. And yesterday, if you remember, we were dipping below this a little bit. Obviously, we popped back up now, and I've been talking about if we pop out of this line, that could be very bullish, guys, if we break this resistance in the weekly RSI. So we have all week still to do that. Let's go into the daily, and we'll look at my targets here in the daily. As you can see, we got our bounce yesterday. I had it marked around 6100 is where I thought we might come down here and retest this line. Still possible. Keep that in mind, but I do think we're going to get more of a bounce before a lower low if we get a lower low. I want to point out too, if we're able to break this top resistance line, that's going to be extremely bullish, guys. I think it will create a huge rally if we're able to do that. Let's take a look at my lowest targets here, and I'll show you why. So we have this trend line here that we did break down below, and I know everybody got super bullish at that, or bearish at that point, but we popped right back up inside it. So question is, was this a bear trap and we're going to continue up from here? Definitely a possibility. I'm leaning for more upward motion today, but I'm looking at lower targets first. So let's look at the 0.786 on this whole move here. If we put the Fibonacci extension or Fibonacci retracement from the low to the high, and the 0.786 is here around the 5400 range. We've still been looking at that. Also wanted to look at one more thing real quick. For my lowest possibility is around the 47.57, and if we zoom out, that's trend line all the way from back here off of this first wick here. So we have 1 touch, 2 touches, 3, 4 touches, and if we come down to this 5400 and it does break, then we'd be looking at about the 4750 range, which would coincide with this support line that's been falling. But yeah, let's see what happens. It's still looking kind of bullish here, like everything could possibly turn around. Let's go into the smaller. Let's go first. Let's look at the RSI. RSI on the daily. So at yesterday's live stream, I drew this in here. We may get a bounce here today on the daily. We may close down here towards the 6900, somewhere in that range. But I do have better targets that we're going to look at in the 4 hour. But as of right now, we got a nice bounce off of here. So we could be coming up to test this line, and on the daily, that could be right around the $7,800 range, guys. And if that breaks, we know what could happen. Let's look at the 4 hour. If you guys were in the live stream yesterday, we had a nice move here that we watched. We put it in the 15-minute. Called it. We had the target up here at 74.50 on the live stream, and it hit. So yeah, if you were there, kudos. That was fun. And let's look at what's going on now. Now I have this target here. I have the fibs from the swing low to the swing high, and the 0.5 lines up with this falling channel that we broke out of here. So that's my target as of now. I am going to go long here with a tight stop. If I remember correctly, on Bybit, I put a long in at 69.55 with a stop loss at 69.30. That's what I'm looking at for now. We may not even go any lower. As you can see, the 8 EMA is looking to cross the 20 or the 55 EMA here. And in the 4 hour, this is pretty bullish. The EMA is pointing up like this pretty hard, but let's see. I still think it's possible we come down to this 69.40, 69.50 area, but we will see. I think if we do come down here and get a test here, we'll get a nice bounce up, and we will analyze that as it comes. But what also lines up with this is if we look here, this falling channel that we broke out of, I do believe will most likely come down to test it for support before continuing up. Now, if we break down from here, then that's where we look for our lower lows. As you guys know, I love using my RSIs. I think that is the best indicator by far. So the only true indicator, it's not lagging, it's not, you know, it's just a true indicator. I really put a lot on the RSI and my EMAs, and obviously support and resistance. But now, next thing I wanted to talk about is if we do break up out of this, let's say we come down to that 69.41, bounce up, and we break out of this, we could be looking at a target of, this target's going to move now. It's going to be around the $8,000 range, somewhere in there, about 8,100, somewhere in that area. If we can pop up out of this, and that's going to be around the 7,450 to confirm a breakout, break this old high. And if that happens, if we do break this 7,450, I do see us going up to most likely the 8,100, guys. So things are looking good here. But keep in mind, if this 69.40 breaks down, we could be coming to retest the bottom of this at maybe 67.50. And if that breaks, then we're going to be looking at these lower lows again. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. Things aren't looking too shabby. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section down below to get you entered to win a free t-shirt. Let me know what you think of the video. Give it a giant thumbs up, and thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of here. Take it easy. I may do a live stream tonight. May not. I'm not sure. Let's see how the price action's going.